Howdy people, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution on my channel. Welcome back is a little bit of a funny phrase here, but yeah, it's been a while. Unfortunately, Jurassic World Evolution kind of went down on my channel a little bit because I clearly had no reason to continue. I was trying around to build something with some paths and stuff, but now with the new update there is finally something that really triggered me again, and this is what I'm gonna test today with you in this video. So now, the idea is that I'm going to build a fully fledged main street here, and the end of it there is a little enclosure. So I'm going to build this once with the new tools available and try to make it look as nice as possible, while at the end of this video I'm giving you some awesome, hopefully, at least I think, cinematic shots comparing this to the old way we had to build it. So I'm going to build this once now, and I have built this as well in the old version of Jurassic World Evolution without the new tools, and then we're gonna have a look into how this is looking. So first of all, before we go into, here are the new tools I'm talking about. So first of all, you can see there is this new option on the left hand side in our menu, which is called scenery, and in here you can find 5 different variations of trees, and I think even 6 variations of rocks and boulders. So nothing major, but it does make a difference. I have seen this from testing as well. But again, additionally, we also have some new nature features, and we can now place down, let me just do this without further testing. So these are the normal shrubs you already know, but there were some different shrubs on different islands, and so these ones over here are more like the, which one is this? Is this the coastal one? I don't know, but they look a little bit different than from what the others look. Then we have the crag ones over here. Was that coastal? Yeah, that was coastal, okay. And then we also have the vibrant ones, which I do like quite a bit with the reddish tint to it, and we obviously can delete them. So we have a new variation now on trees and shrubs, and trees obviously as always were placed like that, but this is just not what we want to do here, just randomly placing them. We want to try to make the most of it. Also, we have a new painting tool over here. You can see we have 3 different variants of painting. We can use this painting tool to paint simply the grass texture. We can also make some rocky texture, as you can see, and we can go in with a little bit of a more muddy texture, if you will. So at least a little bit of freedom, but I think it will enable us to do a lot more stuff. However, you can see that this is only 3 in here. Different maps have different textures, so on the coastal maps you can also use sand, for example. I'm hoping that they will be able somewhere and somehow to give us the same in every park. That'll be awesome. Anyways, let's start off and build our stuff here, and I'm not gonna annoy you too much at the end with building the old stuff. I will simply put in the cinematics, but I want to take you with me on that journey because I have I kind of have an idea in mind. The only important reason here is that I actually exactly count the same number. Okay, that was 5 and 6. Okay, 6, and then we go 1 over here. Oops, and 1 over here. This is pretty important so that I maintain the same size as I did in the other park. This makes sure that I'm basically building the same main street, because otherwise the comparison is somewhat not realistic. However, I want to place first of all some stuff at the entrance here, and this is the advanced station. Don't be confused why I do this, but I just want to have like somewhat of a nice entrance here. And like it looks at least a little bit like a modern entrance doorway. Oops, that was closer than I was expecting it to be. Okay, so this makes the whole thing too narrow. Actually, I don't want to do this way. Oh yeah, I made another. Okay, sorry, I just forgot that I put down another layer of path here. So let me just put this here and here, so that I'm actually building the same thing over here. That makes total sense. So we go exactly into this one, and okay, I'm doing this the same way now. Okay, so the cool thing is now that I can at least try and build somewhat of the same structure I have made, to make sure that this all looks somewhat the same. Okay, this does look already pretty much like I did build this, and then I'll be able to grab them. Yeah, that's what I've done. That's what I've done, because so we can have the same thing. Oops, that was a bit too much, and this was over here. And I'm hoping now, because obviously in the old file this doesn't really work, but I hope that we will be able now to build the main street exactly like I wanted it to build, with some trees in the middle, but I'm not sure whether it will work or not. So let me just see. So this is the main layout, and now I can place these two again in here. So it's been a few days that I've made the design, because I was already trying to build this a few days in advance to make sure that I get the, I just get the hang of it again, of Jurassic World Evolution, because I clearly was a little bit out of it, simply because I haven't played it in months. So this will always naturally bring you out of, yeah, kind of the flow, so to say. But anyways, we're just placing these things down here now. Here we go. This looks then somewhat nicer, I guess, and we definitely need also some stuff like the hotel, which makes up for a nice view when you go into the main street. I'm willing to put this one here, and the other one goes to the other side, obviously. Oops, we're on the wrong tab. Operations, no, guests, sorry, guests, there we go. And we're gonna put this one on the other hand side, just to make sure that we are maintaining this somewhat of the nice view. Obviously I've disabled energy and stuff because yeah, just for beautification reasons. I don't want to put this into place too much, because that would just annoy us to just build all the stuff here. That kind of is not necessary at this very moment, and that's why I didn't do this. So I want to put the bar down, and I'm gonna put this bar as close as possible here to the area, and then I'm also, oops, also I think the card was pretty small, wasn't it? No, it's but this one does fit here, which is awesome. So I remember, okay, if I'm not completely wrong, this was exactly the same position. Okay, I have a photo next to my screen now, so it should help me building this area now. I think with the restaurant, there's the restaurant. So did put the restaurant, nope, I did put that here. Come on, let's do it. Awesome. And then, if I'm not completely wrong, this is the cloth shop over here. Yeah, awesome. Okay, come on. So as far as it looks right now, it is basically the same, guys, so don't worry about this. I had some things in mind. Now it's getting a bit more complicated as we move forward, because now there were a few things I needed to plan in advance. I have seen the demo when we've been to the Frontier offices, and after we've seen the demo, I went back to Jurassic World Evolution and tried to build this map over here. And the problem is that I didn't even know how exactly the new things will work in detail. So I needed to figure out a few things and just make sure that they look somewhat like, somewhat like I wanted to look them. So I'm not sure if the spaces I left are enough, for example, because this is what I did over here as well, because I wanted to put some trees and stuff in here to make the look even better. And we can actually connect this here and do it like exactly so. Okay, this looks somewhat like I have done this. Okay, so now let's have a look. I need to put down more of the operations and guest stuff in here. So the arcade was put... Okay, I did move the... Well, it does work to a certain degree. There we go. Awesome. Oh yeah, this seems to be not right. I need to move the hotel then. Definitely, because this is wrong. Yeah. Just go away, because I had one at the exact opposite, and this was, if I'm not completely wrong, this was the gift shop. Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely the gift shop what I have been placing there. So if I'm not wrong, this goes here, and now we should be able to put the hotel in again with a little bit more of distance. Yeah, well, it's not easy because you don't have like a grid system like you would have in Planet Coaster or so, where you would then have the opportunity to kind of build this all together. I think they even changed the hitboxes a little bit, because I'm fairly sure that I was never able to place things so close to each other. Like the gap I have on my photo is a bit bigger than this. It definitely is. So are they somewhat aligned? Yeah, they are. How's the look of it now? It is kind of cool. I'm not sure, like, when I was building it I liked these things, but I'm not sure if I still like them. Anyways, we just keep them because it needs to be there because of the comparison. So operations I didn't put in. I was trying to put the innovation center somewhere. I mean, it could be going here, but I want to definitely want to make the enclosure here. So I'm not willing to put the innovation center in. I didn't do this for the other part of it, like for the old one, so I'm not going to put this here anyways. We're going to put down the next shops. I think the fossil zone is what is still missing. Yeah, that was one of the bigger ones, which was on this side. Yeah, that's what she said. And then one is missing again. I think the bowling alley. Yeah, and this was over here. So now we've hit the point until where it is pretty much similar. But now we get into the landscaping and see what we can do about it. So if I put down the rock, for example, down here, does this? Okay, it pretty much works, but not as I was hoping. Does it works? But anyways, if we put that here, we could also put it in here, right? Yeah, it works a little bit at least, because I want to have some boulders in. And can we mix it? Yeah, we can also mix it a bit. We can also make... Okay, we can't really change the terrain in here, can we? Is it changing? Oh, well, it is changing. What happens if I put rock in here? Okay, it makes it at least look a little bit different, which is nice, which is cool. I quite like this, to be honest. That makes total sense to me. Okay, awesome. So yeah, that looks to be fine. So okay, we've done this now, and that's awesome. This looks pretty much, well, it's not too repetitive if you go closer. No, it's not. Okay, cool. So what I have done, obviously, last time was, I was choosing like the forest brush and was hoping that exactly this happens, as you can see. But there is no tree placing moment going on here. So now I'm hoping that we... Okay, there are like no... Okay, this is a bit... Okay, there we go. Okay, is it just that there is like a tiny bit of... Come on, do it. Okay, is there any one of those that does fit? Come on. Maybe I need to change it then for the sake of making it look better. Yeah, I think I will definitely need to delete then the middle piece. Here we go. I think this could be something... I might just adjust the old park then a little bit to have... I think this is even better, because otherwise this doesn't show the improvement as much as it could. By the way, if I do the landscaping again... Because I was confused that... Okay, the shrubs definitely... Okay, this is a bit weird. So the shrubs do define what they're on, right? I can't do texture changing. This is a bit unfortunate. Okay, well then I leave it at least... So as soon as I go in and delete them, there should be the old... I like the effect. Okay, but then never mind. So this is a bit unfortunate. I didn't know about that. So we put all these shrubs in now. And just hope that we will get... It's a bit of a pity that I can't really do them any closer together. That would be awesome. But you can see the more I paint here, I have to be very careful to make sure that there's some of those. I still would love to have them closer to each other, that it does look a bit nicer. But hey, I mean, at least we do have different shrubs now, which is definitely an improvement. So let's just paint all over here to make sure that we do have a lot of nice shrubs. And like what you can definitely do is just build or like make all the shrubs go in here as much as possible, and then just go in and build the path according to your liking, so that you do first of all paint all these shrubs down and then just build the path as close as possible to one of those. I don't even know if this would function, but okay, we test this on this side now, but I'm increasing the brush now for this side. So do we get more out of it then? Does it look different? Well, not too much, but... Okay, we get these down, which are looking a bit better, to be fair. Well, somewhat like that. Alright, okay, so as this is prepared now, we should be first of all, before we go on and do the beautification work in here. I know it's not the best looking stuff right now. We're gonna do this in the end, and I just do then also a skip to the end of my creation. I'm not going to make this all fully with you, because it's gonna be boring if it's all like the whole time just doing this, right? So yeah, I don't want to bore you with this. I just want to show you also the finished work of it. This is mainly the most important thing to look at, and I just want to show you how you can use the new stuff, and so that's the most important bit of it. Anyways, so if we are on here now to put down, you know, we just use this fence over here. I want to make this also a wider path, so let's just make sure that we build this as well like that. And oh god, this will be tricky, how I will somewhat build the same kind of enclosure as I did It looks somewhat this shape. If I could only use this park now and then just build... maybe this even works. Actually, I could try to use... Maybe I'm going to change that again and just build this park again, if I get the time, and just use all the old stuff. Like, I'm just completely ignoring this thing. I think this could be a cooler thing to do, and I'm just needing to combine this then and see if it's really the same, like really the same, because, you know, if it wouldn't be, that would be a bit of a wrong thing to show you. Okay, this was so close. Okay, never mind. Well, we're gonna put this gallery then. You know what? I tried this, so I'm putting the gallery on another spot now, because else I have too much work to do it again. So we do it this way, and then I am putting down this path as straight as possible. So we go here. Same goes for you. Awesome. And then we just build that one over here, and we build this over here, because I have a certain idea to work out. What I did also in the old park was I just made a big lake and then had a little bit of an island, because as we are now able to build a bit better, this is clearly what I wanted to do, and see if I can put some stuff on the island which looks then a bit nicer. So also raising the island a little bit up so that this looks a tiny bit like a raised island, and then just put a bit more water in here so that the island itself is just a little bit more raised on top there. So that's nice. Oh wait, maybe that's just a bit too much. Oh yeah, well it's okay. We can just smooth it a bit more, and then that should be fine. Here we go. It should just have a, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to have. So if we go in here, yeah, we do have this little thing in here. Awesome. And then we can just spam all the shrubs on top here, so to make sure that this looks somewhat nice. Okay, this works actually a lot better. Look at this. Why does it work that better? Like, it now is really into each other, which I do like. That's what she said again, but never mind. So if I do the same thing here again, just... Oh, it works. Okay. I just need to use the biggest brush. Okay. Well, if so, why not? Just do it that way. Okay, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Okay, it seems to be like a little bit... I don't know if it's buggy or if it's just the reason that you need to use the biggest brush of them all. But, well, if it works, I take it. I take it. I totally take it. Okay, cool. So this has been done. What I definitely want to do, though, is I want to increase the forest on the back here so that we do have kind of a forest. This is just for cinematic reasons. If we go in, that there is a little bit of a border going on, because I don't want to build like a whole park. I'm going to do this, by the way, with Claire's Sanctuary. Like, we are going to make the Sanctuary Park the most beautiful park possible. This is definitely a thing I wanted to do. Now the only thing I need to do as well is to, oops, build a little bit like, wait, can I just, yeah, that's a bit better now, because I want to make sure that we do have some kind of different pathing going on, just for the looks, just to make sure that this all looks as beautiful as it can be. Yeah, no idea about the hitboxes of the trees later on, so this is why I'm just waiting. Actually, we could do something like that. Oh, that's an alarm ringing. I'm back in a sec. Alright, so that was the food. We're in here, and we are going to have a look now to, yeah, just more beautification with the new tools given. So first of all, what I want to do is, since they worked so nicely with the shrubs, I just put them like in here as well, and just... Okay, I think with the bigger brush, it always works a bit better, so that's cool. Good to know, actually. So we do it that way. What we need to do else is just build... Okay, but I want to have the steel fence, the stone fence, I should say, to make sure that this looks a bit more like backstage. So we have like a bit of a nicer entrance area here. So here we go. Just a little bit tilting, and just go over here. Just make sure that the look is kind of okay. Oh yeah, that does look nice. So what we do next, just to make sure that this all looks a bit nicer, we put some trees here and there, just to make sure that this is all a bit more hidden in the middle. So that should be fine. Okay, so now you guys want to see what we can do with the trees, I believe. And here's the first thing to make sure that we have to look at, because you can rotate the thing on Y actually, and on X. This is how you rotate them. So one goes in here, and hopefully the other goes in here. As you can see, they have pretty large hitboxes. I don't really know why exactly this is happening, but this is something really to consider. The smaller palm trees are having a little bit of a better, well, I believe so. Maybe that's the other one. Oh yeah, there we go. This is a bit better. It has a bit, it's not the best, but it is a better one. You can see definitely that it just shows you what the issue is here, but it still doesn't work. You can't really clip them into each other. I feel like this is down to the fact that you know, this is also a console game, so you're wanting to make sure that there is no clipping and whatnot, because with the controller you're not able to put them in that nicely anyways. So yeah, cool is that you have angle snap, so you can really turn it around on an angle, or you can just disable it and just freely rotate that, which is nice. But you can also, with control and space, have a random rotation, which is cool if you want to build like a little bit more of a field or so. I think that looks a lot better. But the cool thing is that you can at least choose now which kind of tree you want to place in certain positions. So you can actually already see that this seems to look like a lot better from what you know until today. So I hope that we are able to put a boulder in here somewhat. I also like that this seems to be, as you can see, underground as well, but yeah, well, we can just only put one here and another one goes in here. Maybe there is a smaller one we can put in the middle here. Not really this one, but let's see how far we need to put them apart. So, well, there's quite a bit of distance in between. I would love that I'll be able to just move them into each other, but it is simply not working. What about this one? Is it... We can't really fit that in here, but we can at least put it in here, which is good. So let's just put that already in. Hello? Okay, there we go. Okay, this is looking a what's going on with my voice? This is looking a lot better. I'm just, you know, I'm just trying to get the best out of it, so this is why I'm a bit weird with my voice. Okay, there we go. Come on. Maybe we drag that in a bit further. So here we go. That this looks... Okay, it does add a lot of things. What I also like is if you click, it automatically creates a different rotation afterwards, which is pretty handy if you ask me. So this makes sure that if you're spamming the things, you always have a random rotation, so automatically, which is nice. Okay, so as we've done this now, the question is, what do we put in here to make sure that this looks nice? So this gigantic tree we can't really fit anywhere else then, for example, and this is what I wanted to do on here. So this is really where you would put such a kind of tree, and you definitely want to make sure that we have these kind of trees, like the original Jurassic World Evolution trees. I like them because on Kauai there is pretty much this one street where you can go to a zipline course, and you are actually going, and this is super nice, you are actually driving alongside that road where in the first movie Alan Grant has just seen the Brachiosaurus from the first time, and just looks to the left hand side after he just yeah, puts down his sunglasses, the very iconic sunglass moment. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If you drive along there, you get to see this. It's really awesome. Actually, it gave me a lot of chisel, but my wife, she didn't really know why, but for me it really was a super cool moment to be able to see this, and yeah, it really was cool. So let's just see. Some of the trees seem to be getting closer to each other than others, so I don't know why, but well, you know, it's maybe not that clever to put trees just in front of the viewing gallery. I wonder if this affects them as well. So, okay, at the moment they don't seem to be exactly in front of it, but it's nice, I guess. So this is how it looks at the moment. I think that's pretty okay. I think it looks pretty nice already. So now I don't want to, you know, I don't want to destroy the view too much, but it kind of creates a little bit more of atmosphere, if you ask me. Like, this is seriously something that's super cool, that we do have a bit more of atmosphere. Okay, we can't really put that in here, but we can at least try to squeeze in two-ish of them. No. Is one going in here at least? Not really. What about here? Okay, not really. So we need to take another one. Maybe this one? Does it fit in here? Yeah, one, and come on, be in here as well. Cool, two. And another one goes here. We can squeeze that in the middle. Okay, that's good to know. Maybe we can squeeze one. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think it's important to kind of, you know, just get an idea of which trees work together best and just create the best looking environments. And I think yeah, this is what I meant. So we can actually squeeze more of them into one area, which I believe is what we want to see, right? Yeah, look at this. This is going to turn out now a lot more nice looking than what we are used to having before. I think I want to just have these palm trees in the middle here to make sure that this is not taking away too much from the view if we are looking down the road. Oh, well, actually it is taking away quite a lot of the view anyways. So maybe just delete this again. And, well, okay, now it's... Okay, interesting to choose the right one. Okay, here we go. So we have done this now, and maybe... Is this one better? So, because if we're looking from the... this is definitely better. This is definitely better. Okay, we put another one down here. Maybe we can even squeeze in the slightly bigger one at some point. Let's see. I wonder why we can't put this down. I would love to put this down a bit more often, but... Yeah, well, it's a first step. It's definitely a first step, but it's there's some more potential in here, I guess. Okay, you know what we do? We just create a bit more of these things in here. So we have the sign in the middle. I quite like this, to be honest, just to make sure that we have a bit more variation going on. Here we go, and just let's do this. Why not? We just have this, yeah. So we have this park map thing going on, some litter bins, that's fine. We can't squeeze anything else in, but, well, what I want to do is to put some more boulder in here. Maybe this one goes in here. Nope. Okay, what about the second one? Nope. What about the third one? This could fit. Yes, boom, there we go. Now let's see if we can at least build a lot more shrubs around here. Yeah, that works. Okay, this is actually cool that this works, so we can get them closer at least. This is nice. Okay, so as you can see, it creates a lot more atmosphere than what we are used to having before. So it definitely does improve the overall look and feel. So I can't say that this is looking the same as it is before. It definitely isn't. So it looks a lot better. It looks definitely a lot better, which is some positive things to say, at least. And yeah, I feel like this is it already. You have seen how I did place them, and you know, all these kind of things worked out pretty nicely indeed. So what I will do now is I will go in and redo this with some dinosaurs, obviously, but also with how the game looked before, and then you get a nice transition of the old and new look. And then I hope that this is what you're gonna see, and you like what you're gonna see. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This was the first episode again of Jurassic World Evolution. I will also have the playthrough of Claire Deering DLC, so if you want to watch this, it's also up on my channel right now. And also make sure to check the newest series then of Claire's Sanctuary, because this is where I'm trying to go full into beautification, and I'm trying to make the park look even better than what I've created here. So, hope you liked it, see you next time, and bye guys.